Shalom, Israel. Shalom, shalom. First, we want to give all glory, all honor, and all praises to the Most High God, Yahweh, in the name of His Son, Yahweh Shai, who the world calls Christ. I'm Brother Eleazar coming to you with more Brew news to let you know what's going on in the world and to let you know what we should be doing in these last days. Salvation is very close, and it's time for us to understand that we have to start keeping these law, statutes, and commandments so we can be saved out of the destruction and the hell that is coming to America. So I want to get the book of Revelations chapter 12 and verse 10, and it reads, "And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, Now is come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our God and the power of his Christ. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." So persecution is about to come upon the Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans that are teaching the law, statutes, and commandments and the truth of the Bible. These nations are ready to rise up against us, man, because they don't want us to wake up to the truth. They don't want us to be saved out of this captivity that we're in. So let me show you this quick video.
All world leaders, all politicians must lead in this effort. Words are not enough. Political speeches are not enough. Laws must be passed, severe, tough, real laws that will put these hate mongers away in prison for a long time.
This evil anti-Semitic attack is an assault on all of us. It's an assault on humanity. It will require all of us working together to extract the hateful poison of anti-Semitism from our world. This was an anti-Semitic attack at its worst. The scourge of anti-Semitism cannot be ignored, cannot be tolerated, and it cannot be allowed to continue. We can't allow it to continue. It must be confronted and condemned everywhere it rears its very ugly head. We must stand with our Jewish brothers and sisters to defeat anti-Semitism and vanquish the forces of hate. That's what it is. Through the centuries, the Jews have endured terrible persecution, and you know that. We've all read it, we've studied it. They've gone through a lot. And those seeking their destruction, we will seek their destruction. Now, when you have crimes like this, whether it's this one or another one or another group, we have to bring back the death penalty. They have to pay the ultimate price. They have to pay the ultimate price. They can't do this. They can't do this to our country. We must draw a line in the sand and say very strongly, never again.
And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, Now is come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our God and the power of his Christ. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. And they overcame him by the bond of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
But before all these,
They shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. And it shall turn to you for a testimony. Settle it therefore in your hearts, not to meditate before what ye shall answer. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. And ye shall be betrayed, both by parents and brethren, and kinsfolks and friends. And some of you shall they cause to be put to death. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But there shall not an hair of your head perish. In your patience possess ye your souls.
So Israel, as you can see, man, they're ready to persecute us, man. They call it anti-Semitic, man, because they don't want this truth to come out. We are the true Jews, man. But they want to stand up with the Jewish people because that's their own kind. That's their own nation of people, man. So they're ready to rise up against the true Jews, the Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, man. But wasn't it hate? Wasn't it anti-Semitic when they raped, robbed, and murdered us? When we went into captivity to them? Hanged and burned us alive, you know? The sad part is that they are more worried about what we saying and doing than the lives that are being taken away with the wars that they have started, man. They are the reason why these nations are warring overseas right now. And that World War III is going to come to America, man. That World War III is going to come to America. They are the reason why the world is so corrupt to this day, man. Because they are the rulers of the world. The inhabitants of the earth right now, man. So we have to understand what is going on around us. Let me get the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 1. I'm going to get the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 9. And it reads, "The things that have been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun." So there's no new thing under the sun, man. These things that have been going on to our people, man, they continue to go on, man. Hey, they're going to lock us up in prison houses. They've been locking us up in prison houses, man. They're going to rob and murder us, man. They want to take our identity from us, man. They want to keep us asleep to who we truly are, man. And that is God's chosen people, man. But we have to understand that these are prophecies that are given unto us, man. So let me get the book of Matthew chapter 24. It's the book of Matthew chapter 24. And I want to go down to verse 9. Because this is the beginning of sorrows that we are living in, man. These are the signs and the times to show you that we are God's chosen people, man. And these things are going to happen amongst our people. In verse 9, and it reads, "Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you. And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake." These nations don't love us, man. That's why they do all manners of wickedness to us. That's why they always showing evil eye towards us, man. That's why when we are here teaching about, the rape, robbing, murder, the things that happened to our people, the captivity that we went in, the atrocities that happened to our people, man. These other nations, they don't have no sincerity to the things that have happened to us. They just want us to forget these things. They want us to just start loving these people, man. Because they want us to continue to be asleep to what the truth is, man. They want us to continue to, be away from God's words of keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, to have the opportunity to be the rulers of the earth that the Most High God is offering us. So it's our time to awake out of sleep. Let me get verse 13, and it reads, "But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved." If we continue to endure, we can be saved by Christ, man. We have to continue to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. We have to continue to read and push forward towards the Most High to be perfect in the eyes of the Lord. It is not time to fall out of the truth, man. And it's not time to continue to love the ways of this world. Because Christ is only coming to save Israel. So let me get the book of Luke, chapter 1. It's the book of Luke, chapter 1, and verse 68. And it reads, "Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people, and hath raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us." If someone had hated you, man, if they didn't hate you, man, they wouldn't be locking you up in prison houses, man. They wouldn't be persecuting you and saying that you're speaking anti-Semitic because you're telling your people to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, to love one another, stop killing one another. But the Lord is coming to save us from our enemies, man, from all of the hands that hate us. None of these other nations do love us, man. They're all against us, man. That's why they have all these many religions, so you can stop following after your God and start following after their gods, man. But understand that these times that are coming, man, us being persecuted, is prophesied in the Bible, man. It's the time of Jacob's trouble. So we have to endure until the end. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, and verse 7. And it reads, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. For it shall come to pass in that day, said the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds. And strangers shall no more serve themselves of him, but they shall serve the Lord their God, and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them." So that day that they want to persecute us, man, hey, the Lord is going to save us out of it, man. Out of the danger that we're going to be put in, with the enemies holding their guns, man, to our faces, locking us up in these prison houses, man, trying to feed us abominable food and beating us, man, trying to break us down to stop keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, man. The Lord said he's going to save us out of that, man. He's going to raise us up, man, to be rulers of the world, man. Out of this captivity, man. He's going to break those chains off of our necks, man. He's going to break those chains off of our hands and feet. So it's high time to repent, man, to come out of sleep, man. It's time to stop tearing. It's time to turn to the Lord to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, man, so we can be saved out of this captivity that we're in. And with that, of course, giving all glory, honor, and praises to the Most High God, Yahweh, in the name of his Son, Yahweh Shai, Kwame Yasharallah, and Shalom.